G'day and welcome to ESL 1 Malaysia lower bracket quarterfinal between OG and ThunderAwaken. I have to make sure I say ThunderAwaken. If I say Thunder Predator at some point during the cast, please forgive me. Thunder Predator, I think, was their previous name, and it's changed to ThunderAwaken. So we have the start of our draft. Opening bans, Chen and the Quap coming out from ThunderAwaken. Chen, highly meta hero, lots and lots of picks here at the tournament, and bans. See, I think the pick and ban rate would be up in the 90%, if not 100%, every single game. Chen has not been ignored. So that is gone. So that early timing around the heals and pushing towers will be a little bit delayed for whatever team wants to have the more healing in their draft. Undying and Batrider taken out as well. Undying, that tombstone, very difficult to fight around an early maxed tombstone. And particularly the late game, even once those BKBs run down, if you have a tombstone up on a high ground somewhere, all the zombies are hitting, it's very, very difficult to fight and to move around. It might not necessarily be dealing the damage, but it's just the control that it offers. And that increasing value, you want to take those long fights. Batrider, get rid of that lasso so there are no easy target bursts. Now this first round of picks are actually quite interesting. So ThunderAwaken grabbed the Timbersaw. Now I can't help but think that that's a little bit of a deny pick. Denying away from Amar on the side of OG. So Timber is taken, which also means that high strength heroes on OG are going to be a bit of a liability. You tend to want to use Timber as a bit of a gotcha pick. So the opposing team picks a bunch of strength tanky heroes and then bang, Timbersaw is ignored, gotcha. That's a really good counter pick. But when Timber is picked first, it sort of gives the opposition a little bit of a chance to counter around that. And that's exactly what they've done. So Viper, who has the Nether Toxin able to break, that reactive armor of Timbersaw will be broken and he will just be paper if he stays under that Nether Toxin. Secondly, the Monkey King is actually one of those melee cores that can match up against a Timber in lane. It's a bit of a 6-1 there, 6-1 way, half an hour's the other. Who gets the better support partner? But it can go either way. Most melee heroes cannot brawl with the Timber in lane. Monkey does have the potential. So already from those first two picks from OG between the Nether Toxin and the Jingu Mastery, Viper and Monkey King, they are somewhat dealing with the Timbersaw both in lane and through the mid and late game. Because the Nether Toxin's never going to fall off. You're always going to break him. And Timbersaw really doesn't want to get a BKB. Tiny's also picked out. We just see Tiny as an extremely strong meta hero. The Avalanche is a lot of control and from a surprisingly long distance. But the toss is really where it's at, where you can toss enemies out of position, remove them from their team, particularly when this meta is around a lot of healing and sustain and damage negation. If you can get isolate one of the OG's heroes away from the rest of his team, then all those buffs, all those auras are not going to apply, and they're going to be much easier to pick off. Second round bans. Huck, Bloodseeker, and TA have all been taken out on the side of ThunderAwaken.
5 seconds remaining.
And Bloodseeker, a very needed ban against a Timbersaw. It's just too good. Saying that though, now that Bloodseeker has been banned, by picking Timber, you almost force yourself to ban the Bloodseeker, which then does open up Pangolier for OG. And I do believe BZM is quite a keen Pangolier player. So that is something to be kept in the back of our minds with what OG could be bringing to the table. OG on the other side banned out the Weaver, Snapfire, and the Dazzle. Dazzle probably the next most meta healing support after the Chen, so that's been removed as well. Snapfire has been used primarily just for that level 6, the globs that can just rain in extra damage basically on any control, particularly Chronospheres we've been seeing it used with. Baseless Void is still in the pool, has not yet been removed. I wholeheartedly support the Weaver ban. I don't know about you guys, but in my pubs, Weaver, that's the one I want to get rid of every single time. Whether it's good or bad to get rid of it, I don't like the hero. Ogre Magi and the Hoodwink being picked up by ThunderAwaken now. This does indicate that one of these three heroes, either the Tiny, the Hoodwink, or the Ogre, will be a core. Now, in the past, you would automatically assume that that would be probably the Tiny. It'd be a Tiny mid, Timber offlane, you've got a Hoodwink and an Ogre Magi support. It could quite possibly be that combination of heroes. I'm just thinking that perhaps it's a Hoodwink core with the break, almost the counter break. You can break the Viper, you can also break the Monkey King. Pretty important passives that they have. And just a huge amount of burst you can get online quite quickly. I doubt it's going to be an Ogre core position though. OD. What's this hero? What's this hero? Outworld Devourer. Well, sorry, what's been changed to Outworld Destroyer. Just slip back into my pre-change name days. Outworld Destroyer. Okay, so does give some setup potential with the Astral Imprisonment. Obviously a lot of damage coming out from the hammer. And if we look at the side of ThunderAwaken, they've got an Tiny and a Timbersaw that are not particularly intelligent heroes. So you have that intelligence difference, or the mana difference between the OD and the Tiny, and the OD and the Timbersaw. And that hammer dropping down from the OD is going to do a lot of damage. This might be in response to that Hoodwink and Ogre pick, showing that Tiny potentially is the mid. And if you can get a Tiny mid against an OD, that could be quite a good matchup later on. Is the shoes, you like OD? I wouldn't know, I haven't seen OD played in a long time. Maybe this new patch is going to bring out the ODs and everyone. Faceless Void banned from ThunderAwaken. I guess there would be a lot of damage to put inside the Chronosphere. Circles on circles. Between the Wukongs, the Hammer, the Viper, Nether Toxin.
10 seconds remaining.
And Phoenix as that
5
final
seconds
ban.
remaining.
We're just looking at what heroes we have here. So Rubik will most certainly be a support. OD and Viper I would be thinking are cores. So that leaves the decision of, is this a Yuragi Monkey King? Or are we looking at a Tiger Monkey King for that vision that initiates stun from the Boundless Strike? And we're still looking for Yuragi's hero last. From the ban of ThunderAwaken, they got rid of a bit of both. They banned a Faceless Void, so banning a Yuragi hero, and then they also banned the Phoenix, banning a Tiger hero. So they aren't convinced either whether this Monkey King is a core or a support. Luna and Terrorblade, final two bans from OG, they are pretty convinced that they have not seen the POS 1 pick for ThunderAwaken, that Picas's hero is still coming up. And what do they need in this last pick? They have a fair bit of control between Tiny, Hoodwink, and Ogre. Timber is going to provide a bit of a screening front line. So, you know, I would be surprised if we didn't see something like a Drow. Yeah, Nature's Prophet. So just a strong right-clicking ranged hero. Between what you've got there, Timber, Tiny, good screening in the front, Ogre and Hoodwink, good control, and then you just need someone who can position themselves to deal out the DPS. And so it looks like that's going to be a Nature's Prophet. I'm edging towards this being a 4 Monkey King. That's why I'm edging. Not familiar with Hoodwink. Yeah, so Hoodwink has four abilities. The Q is an Acorn Shot, deals damage and bounces multiple times between near units. Oh, I love this last pick. I love this last pick. It's an Amar Mars. It's actually a 4 Tiger. 4 Tiger on the Viper. Absolutely. The W on Hoodwink is a stun. It pulls units to a tree. Stuns and damages them. The E lets you run through trees quickly. And the ultimate is like a big charged up crossbow shot that does huge burst plus a break effect. So good control and good damage from a hoodwink. So this is going to be a 1 Pakaz, Nature's Prophet. Pandamu will be playing the 5 Ogre, so that's quite a strong safe lane for ThunderAwaken. Dark Mago will be taking the tiny mid. It is a mid-tiny. They played the bluff the entire draft. Matthew and Sacred will be going to the off lane for the 3 and 4. On the side of OG, so we're going to see a Mars Viper. Support Viper. Purely for that break effect. Which I think is the right call. You don't want to draft yourself into just having a Viper for just killing a Timbersaw. You've got the break effect there. It's just as long as you get a stun and you have the break effect on top, Timber will die. Particularly with the Mars. Can you imagine Arena, Spear, break effect down, Amar hits through with the God's Rebuke, with some other coincidental damage. Timber is going to struggle, and that is a core Timber. So a core Timber countered by a support Viper. Chew on the 5 Rubik. BZM will be taking the OD mid. Of course, Yuragi is the safe lane Monkey King. So smoke coming out right before the horn, the side of ThunderAwaken. Probably just get some nice wards down. We'd have an Obs on Dark Mago and a Sentry. For the early tip war as well. There is a bit of beef here. These two teams are going to be fiery looking at each other. OG's coming out with smoke as well. Doesn't look like ThunderAwaken are looking for any sort of fight. They just want to get that ward down. Oh, a little bit of a bait. Oh, the bait. They ping it. Panda Moo. Did he sell the bait well enough? He walked up. Look at me. My smoke expired. I planted a ward. Oh, will OG take the bait? It was a good bait, Panda Moo. I can appreciate little plays like that. It might just waste a sentry. The Obs might stay standing.
30 seconds
Would be wonderful. On the flip side, there is an award placed from OG on the far side. That was placed afterwards, 10 seconds afterwards. So there's a good shot that ThunderAwaken actually saw that wood being planted, or at least saw someone walking back from it under the cover of smoke. Yuragi just chilling out in the top lane as a courier. Oh, and they try it. There's nothing there. The bait was taken. Well done to Panda Moo. Just the little plays that make the difference. But in our mid lane, blocking up the creeps, Dark Mago coming in with big, strong Tony. Up against OD, played by BZM, which towards the mid game, Sanity's Eclipse is going to do a lot of damage to him because Tony's not the brightest fellow. Not the brightest fellow. Lots of running. Top lane, we have Pakaz with the POS 1 Nature's Prophet. Actually got Panda Moo and Matthew here at the moment. They might be looking for a first blood. Can they catch Chew? He's next to a tree. Oh, stun comes out. Oh, no. Matthew just didn't cast the Bushwhack. Well, maybe that was a very good opportunity for a first blood. Okay, holding on to the spells. So in this top lane, we have Chew. And on the Rubik, supporting up Amar, playing the 3 Void from the safe lane. Currently a tri-lane. Pakaz Nature's Prophet, Matthew on the Hoodwink, and Panda Moo playing the Ogre up in this top lane. Interesting what they're doing. They just kind of give a little bit of solo XP to Sacred. Timster on the bottom lane. So he's now level 2. Really grab up that point in reactive Nama, and he'll be much tankier against the harass of Tiger and Yuragi. You can already see 3 poison attack stacks from Tiger. He's got 3 mangoes. You know what he's going to be doing this lane. Every time this poor Timbersaw shows his place on lane, 24 mana will be expended to hurt his mind. And although he does have level 2,
Yeah, nah, it's not.
don't see him having a fantastic time here. Unlike a core Viper, who's, you know, obviously splitting their attacks between last hitting and harassing, Tiger, he's got one job. He's got one job. Keep him in Despair City. Look at this, he's just chasing him down again. Look at all the mana he's using, but it doesn't matter. Oh, misses it, actually. This is going to be a lot of damage. 5 stacks. Keep the stacks up. Yep. Refresh that stacks. Hits in between, refresh the stack. Ooh. Look at all the damage. He actually didn't take reactive armor. Top lane. Choose in trouble. Amar with the God's Rebuke. Actually turning around with the Fate Bolt. Panda Moon needs to be a little bit careful. He does have 4 Tango, so he'll be just fine to heal up next to the tower as well. Get a little bit extra tower regen. And he'll be fine. Amar is sort of standing pretty firm. Staying pretty strong against this tri lane. And they will have the rotation down bottom from the Hoodwink. Matthews here will immediately use the Bushwhack onto Tiger. But he'll be fine just to walk away. Tiger has the 3 mangoes still, so both of these heroes are going to feel the wrath of Viper. A bit of orb walking. Good actually harassed for the side of OG when you look at the 3 lanes. You know, you've got the orb walking of the Viper. Middle lane, you've got the orb walking from BZM as well. So, easy harass to come out onto the heroes of ThunderAwaken in this early game. Clarity was just cancelled, but not too much. Flagbearer Creek is here. Inspiration Aura, +3 health regen. You want to be around, make sure when that one dies, you want to get the last hit on it. Here it is. Oh, they're pinging it out. Make sure you get it. This is the one. If you get the double gold bonus. Triple gold bonus, really, if there's 2 people there. So here it is. They're hitting it, maybe. Jingu stacks. 1, 2. Go back for the creep. This is one you want to secure.
For you.
Denied their own. Denying their own flag bearer creep. It makes a big difference now in this early game laning phase. Dark Mago. It's got to be careful. That's he's reduced. Max mana reduced by 146. Yeah, 146 max mana reduced by. I guess he's going to get good efficiency on that. On those bottle charges. Oh, when I miss it bottom lane, of course. So the Hoodwink will go down to Yuragi, but the counter kill will come out from Sacred on to Tiger. Completely worth the side of OG. And Yuragi being the top of the net worth, or top of the last hit chart at the moment. As I said, he's one of those cores that can lane against a Timber. Timber doesn't want to give him the Jingus. In fact, he hasn't even put any in reactive armor at this point. Maybe because he realizes that it's just not worth against a Monkey King. If he gets the Jingus off, it's not going to matter whether you have reactive armor or not. You will take the damage. So he's prioritizing more the nuke and the mobility in leveling up Timber Chain. We'll get the 1 in reactive now, but particularly early, just wanted a little bit more nuke. Get that turnaround kill onto Tiger. Look how scared he is. He just runs away constantly. A little bit of battle for the rune. Oh, we'll get the bottle up. Astral Imprisonment was on cooldown. Chew with the damage reduction on this top lane will do well against the Treant Protector, something we haven't actually spoken about. So the Treants rather, 23 damage, but get that huge percentage debuff, 21% at level 2, and they will not be hurting too much. Between the base armor and the damage reduction, they'll only just tickle. Dive in mid, lift comes out, choose, saves. BZM, has he got a level in? Astral, he does. Plus the level 3 of the orbs. You need to be careful. In comes Bakaz. Everyone's coming mid. It's 4 heroes mid. He cuts through. Dark Mago. Will he have... He doesn't have mana. Doesn't have mana for stun. Hits him again. Toss into the air. BZM is getting clicked down by Bakaz. And Dark Mago just walks away up the high ground. The tip comes out to his own teammate saying, absolutely, I'll have a pos 1 Nature's Prophet on my team any day. Sacred's trying to do a little bit of maybe pulling of creeps there, but yeah, that was a little deep potentially. does give XP over to Tiger, so he's gonna love that as a gift. Says, can I have a subscription to this? Can I have a subscription to free Timber Seal kills underneath the tier 2? Sign me up. Give me the dotted line. Dark Mago will just be maybe a little confused by the illusions for a moment, but not for too long. Okay, good damage against these treants. We'll clear out a few of them, get a little bit of extra gold from the spear combo. Amar with the soul ring, so you can do that easily. Meanwhile, mid lane, toss in under the tower. This 4 Viper is not very tanky, and he will go down. And here comes Panda Moo with the stun and the ignite. It's level 2. It's going to slow him down quite a lot. Avalanche. And pulled him with the tree from the acorn shot. Combo with the bushwhack. And choose, I think, heading to the Roche pit. I think he's going, can I get a deny here? Yep, he's saying Roche. Assistance, SOS. SOS to Roche. Please, slam the ground. It's not enough. Dark Mago will secure the last hit. Pulled in the favor from Roche. Did Tiger, and Roche did not oblige on this occasion. So treads plus Blightstone early for Picard wants to be able to deal nice damage. We did see a triple bracer build recently on Mars, maybe even been in the Mars. I think it was someone else. So we'll see how many braces Amar goes for. So we got Tiger versus Sacred. There's 4 poison attack stacks. The most you can get is the 5. So 5 stacks. You want to keep those 5 stacks up if you can. And you don't want to commit mana to get more than that. You want to keep those stacks ticking if possible, and you get the max damage. Of course, the more you die, the more those poison attack stacks will do. Draghi, level 6, but just holding on to a skill point at the moment. Not wanting to level Wukons if not needed. You might want to get the additional point in the tree dance just to farm a little faster. Quite a common thing to do, because the Wukong's command isn't really going to do a lot at level 6. One of those ultis that is going to be more impactful around level 9 and 10. Jump away. There's actually a little bit of a soft counter between the Timbersaw and the Monkey. Timber being able to cut down trees with 3 of his 4 abilities, and Monkey King, of course, getting stunned if he's standing on a tree when it's being cut down. So a little bit of the counter there, and a little bit of anti-synergy from the Mars. The Arena will destroy trees when it's cast inside, so the Mars can self or stun his teammate with that Arena. So something to watch out for there as well. Oh, he just dived under the tower. The Nature's Prophet ult coming through to get a little bit of extra damage, and he's in all sorts of trouble. I feel like Sacred's going to be spamming this run voice line a lot in this game. I wonder if OG have it turned down, whether they are still, whether they leave it up. They like the old OG that likes to have a bit of verbal sparring during the game. Hope everyone remembers the days of OG 2-time TI winners get into the game, and all you'd hear is voice lines for the next 40 minutes, or however long it took for him to win. Sacred is going back for that 2nd level and reacted now. He just wants to be a little bit healthier. Oh, Picard's thinking about a teleport bottom. Reconsidering it. Chu would like to ideally get to level 6. And he's not going to get there anytime soon, because he's just died to this Dark Mago Tiny, who said, "You're walking on my ground. Get out of my jungle, stop trying to leech the XP, and go back to your own well." Now, the main advantage of a safe or a position 1 Nature's Prophet is the farming speed. As a ranged heroes tend to not farm particularly fast. Okay? It's a lot of melee cores that have a farming steroid and can buy farming steroids, such as, you know, Battle Fury. Maelstrom, I guess you can get on a ranged core as well, but as a Nature's Prophet, you naturally have the treants. You can tank up, do the extra damage to help you farm, and get those core items online much faster. See the shovel on the Tiny, so he's very tanky at almost 1400 HP. No neutral item yet for this Hoodwink Matthew, playing the Hoodwink. Neutral items are not all out yet, actually. Yeah, only 2 neutral items. The side of OG and on the side of ThunderAwaken, they have all of their neutral items actually. So they'll be splitting them up, sharing the bounty, as a good team does. Tiger, he's gonna get, the toss didn't quite happen, and actually turn around with Chew with the level 6. Here comes Amar with the arena. Ace Rune is pop, but there's the hammer, and the 2 will go down inside the arena. Caught one more under the Astral. It's only level 1. They won't sit up for too long. Ooh, the damage coming out from the Nature's Wrath. Everyone's just popping a few sticks there to stay a little bit healthy. But this is the issue with a core Tiny, a core Timber against an OD. If he gets to get that Sanity's Eclipse off on you, mana difference multiplier 0.4, it's going to hurt. Not as bad as what it used to be, I don't think. 200, 300, 400 damage. The difference multiplier doesn't actually change. So I'm not an OD specialist. I don't know what other changes have been made with the Astral and the Arcane Orb that would affect this, but just on those base numbers there, it doesn't look as strong, but I could be wrong about that. ECM. No blink yet on Tiny, so they have to catch him. In comes with the jump. Hoodwink charging up the ult and the stun, and down will go OD. OD. Oh dear. And collapsing on mid lane is pretty much the whole of ThunderAwaken, barring Picard's, but Picard's may as well be here. He has that global teleport, so he can make his way in. And Sacred's going to start tanking up this tower with the level 2 and reactive armor. Dark Mago chilling off to the side. Blink Dagger, another 1400 gold away. In comes Amar. He has got the arena. Who are they going to catch? Just the 2 supports at the moment. Will they get some clean kills? Spear comes out. And yeah, at the moment, anyone getting caught inside that arena, particularly the 2 supports, are going to be punished hard. The Boundless from Uragi will catch Dark Mago on the way out. And that was just a bridge too far for the side of ThunderAwaken on that mid lane push. OG were not going to have a simple push come and claim their best map positioning tool in this early game. Think about what items Uragi is going towards. He's thinking Maelstrom. He wants to farm but also fight. Maelstrom is a farming item, but it does decent damage in a team fight. Tiny obviously link that blink, be able to get in the initiate and just destroy someone off the bat. Timbersaw hasn't had a good start. We switch over to... Oh. Yes, this Tiger is dead under the tier 1 tower. We switch over to the net worth, we'll see that, yeah, Timber is looking not too flash hot. Better than Dark Mago actually, which is surprising because he's had a few kills. He's died a couple of times as well, but Timber off to a bit of a slow start, and he's going to need to use his spells, climb up the jungle, maybe play a little bit aggressively on OG's side of the map to draw them away. Of course, this towers just melt when the Prophet comes in with the treants. Pandamoo, he's getting very aggressive. EZM has to try and chill on the backside so he doesn't get comboed from Dark Mago, but the orbs are stacking up. That's 3, 4 hits. Does have Ascenities. He's going to have to pop it at some point. He will. He gets the 1 kill, but it's not enough to get the Tiny as well. Tiger, will he get enough clicks? The TP is going to come out. Damage tick won't be enough. He'll TP home. Mars here. No, actually, no, Arena is up. But not enough damage to kill Sacred on this Timbersaw. Still no level in the Wukong's command. Might be just saving it for level 11 and 12. You get that level 2 Wukong's extra 18 armor, 20 less cooldown as well. And because of your Wukong's works off of your attack, Monkey King's attack, it doesn't scale particularly well at early levels. You want to get a little bit more damage yourself as the Monkey King before you get the Wukong's command out to deal mass AoE damage across that area. BZM looking towards this BKB after he's finished the Witchblade. So Witchblade for the early damage and burst. Trying to eliminate someone before they get assistance from their team. But now the BKB, because he wants to be able to stand his ground. In that situation where he walked up the high ground there, if he's got a BKB, He just kills all of them. OD does a lot of damage. Chu with the lift. Uragi's going to follow up with the boundless. Jingu stack's activated. And that squirrel is coming over for dinner. The monkey has beaten the squirrel. Top lane, top river. Dark Mega with some poison stacks on him. Picking out from Amar just to get additional movement speed. 10%. Chu's moving across. We'll try and interrupt the advancement. Amar actually with the arena on the side catches the Tiny and actually get caught in there. Sacred joined him in there. Sacred said, "I'll join your bunny syndrome. I'm coming in as well." And now this time it's Panda Moo who's looking for Roshan assistance. And oh, how the tables have turned. Tiger saying it for me. They're all dead. They're all dead. Ooh, actually, BZM, a change of mind. He's not going towards the BKB. He's switched over. Thinking about the Dragon Lance into Hurricane Pike. Bit of mobility. So more damage. More mobility, less survivability. We're going to have to see how that turns out for BZM. Now the blink is active. And there once was a tiger there. It manages to get the nether toxin down. But this tower will be falling after the glyph on 22 HP. Clutch glyph. This Timber is now dealing a lot of damage in combination with the Tiny. They're going to come in maxed out, toss and avalanched. One in tree throw. Uragi. There's 3 here. There's 4 here. This Monkey King could not escape this time. And the whole team's here. This tier 1 towers. Thunder Predator are just making moves on tier 1 towers right now. And OG are just sort of letting it happen. They're not responding to it at least. I think with the ultimates they have an ability to fight. Tier level 2 Arena of Blood now. Dark Mago. He has the blink. There's no vision of the side of OG. I get the lift though. In with the spear and the arena combo. Tiger dumping all the damage down with the break on top as well. And that will be 1 down. Pakaz is in with the BKB though. He's TP'd in there. He's ready to hit. Monkey King with the Wukons is going to try and turn around though. Pakaz has to TP out. On the backline, BZM chasing down Sacred on the Timbersaw. That damage from the orb is stacking up. Sanities will not be enough, but the following right click will. Amar still has the BKB. This is a buyback onto Dark Mago. Is this going to be a dieback potentially? Kaz is back in. Healed and refilled. Stuns. Is this fight continuing? Boundless Strike will connect with the spear. Yeah, Uragi's going in. They want to try and get this dieback onto Dark Mago. This would be a huge turnaround. Pendamu dies off to the side. To the clicks of BZM. At the end of the day, they're all going to walk away. Head back to their creeps. Be happy with the little fight they had in the mid lane. Doing that fight recap, yeah, that was a buyback from the side of Dark Mago, and he didn't really get anything out of it. In fact, I don't think anyone died after, because Dark Mago was there. He potentially saved some of his teammates. Maybe he just drew them in. It's ThunderAwaken. Yes. Amar just walking away. Numnodia. Sacred guest left. Amar walked right. Well, this is going to be brutal. Dark Mago now with this blink and Pakaz being everywhere. Oh, look at the damage. He's got a Crystallis. He hits very, very hard. Maybe I should just be following Tiny around everywhere. Wherever he goes, destruction will follow. Roche is available. With the Treants, ThunderAwaken has some good potential to take the Roche. And Timber can tank as well. With Nature's Prophet hitting, that will be enough damage. On the side of OG, they can tank it. They have the Mars, can sort of take a beat down from the Roche. With the Nether Toxin on top as well. And Uragi can hit away. So both teams capable of taking the Roshan at this point in the game. Tiger wants to really level up this nether toxin now. Potentially even the corrosive skin just to survive a little bit more, but very valuable. I'm surprised he did go for the 4 points in the poison attack and just didn't leave that maybe 2 or 3 just for the lane, because right now he is a walking nether toxin. So he's a walking nether toxin, and Viper Strike, the 2 spells he only has at level 1. Pandamoo is just strolling top under the cover of a smoke. We'll throw out a level 4 ignite on a creep wave and then just walk away. They see it though. They do. This would be a wasted smoke if they only catch Pandamoo on this ogre. Yeah, they're not even going to do that. They're not even going to do that. So that's a lot of time investment from the side of OG and for no real gain. Sacred has recovered from that fairly slow start now with the halberd and the Hood of Defiance. Rubik, being played by Chu, is really the one I think we need to look for. What steals he has. He has Avalanche right now and he's got it for the whole duration still. A very good spell to have stolen. You can lift into Avalanche and just extend that lockdown, and you yourself actually have a bunch of damage. BZM with the completed Hurricane Pike. Now we'll go back to the BKB. He's pushed the extent of his hero just a little bit longer, and now he's going to go back for that big brawling item. Yeah, Tiger is leveling up that nether toxin now. Cool cheeky deny there from Pandamoo. Pandamoo is all about the little things. From that baited sentry placement before the horn, all the way to just denying that range creep as it walked up. So you're not going to get that gold. You don't get to have free gold when I'm around, says Pandamoo. Oh, Bloodlust on Picard's as Nature's Prophet as well. It's scary. If he gets an opportunity to click, let me just have a look. Yeah, there's no defensive items here. Tony will go down mid. Just to the clicks, and yeah, there's still ultimates available. OG are ready to fight this with all their skills, and they know that's a dieback, so no Dark Mago in the next 60 seconds. They could even try and push this tier 2 if they're feeling confident. They have all their spells. I guess from the Viper Strike. So take the 1 tower and just go and farm up. Clear out the jungle. I feel like some sort of smoke back here would catch them under this tower. Sacred would be gone and potentially tier 2 would be theirs as well, but just going to look for the efficiency play. And continue to clear out ThunderAwaken's side of the jungle. 4 staff now on Tiger, so more to save himself, but can be used to save his cause, particularly this OD. Once he gets a BKB on OD, you can force him just a little bit away. They give him a chance to stop the lockdown from occurring, get that BKB off, and just turn around and be a very big outworld destroyer. So, BKB on Timbersword. This is in response to Nether Toxin. As a Timber, you cannot play against Nether Toxin. So BKB will be coming out as the next item. Dark Mago BKB as well. There are going to be BKBs everywhere. So we're about 1300 gold away on the BKBs with smokes coming out. This is a Yuragi BKB reveal here. So Blink on Mars, BKB on Yuragi, 4 staff on Tiger. Quite a few items coming in for OG. The net worth is actually very even right now, although most of it is on Picard's. So if Picard's isn't doing all the work in the fights, this is a huge advantage to the side of OG. And they've said, oh, you don't want to come and fight? We'll just head in. We'll just head into Roche. And look how fast they're doing it. My goodness, BZM with the Arcane Pure Orb damage. And they just never had a chance to contest this. It wasn't ever going to live long enough. That's an Aegis to BZM. No more Blink combos to take down this mid OD. So just pause coming out. Woodwink. Pausing for their teammate Ogre as they disconnect. No reason has been offered yet. Normally Only the organisers like to know why the pause has been used, but they're back reasonably quickly. I guess the disconnect is fairly obvious, but I've seen organisers even ask that. And we're running again. Run, 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 run. Yuragi, feeling quite strong with the BKB, decided not to take that Aegis and instead gave it to the core that is yet to have the BKB. Probably the smarter play at the end of the day. Or was it? I say as Yuragi annihilates Panda Moo on this Ogre. I thought for a moment it was a gank coming across to get Yuragi, but I was mistaken. Dark Mago is just hanging around this bottom lane. Looking for BKB gold. He needs another 308. Or will he go in? He is. He is. He's coming in. Stun comes out with the jump in. And Dark Mago, you just TP out. The lift from Chu with that range. With the range on the Etherland. Spear follow up. And Dark Mago, that is a punishment. Yeah, Tiger will die on the other side of the map, but who cares? That is a huge punish for Dark Mago. He was only at 300 gold from the BKB, and now he's 380 gold now. Just a little bit further away. He's just trying to sneak a little bit of farm on that side lane. That wave would have been enough for him. He did not get it. And for side OG, they are completely set up. Spells haven't really been used. No ultimates were used for that kill on the Tiny. And they're once again farming their side of the map. You might be wondering, how is it... Ooh, Trends, okay. How is it that OG are only 1k net worth ahead? It's because all the farm is on one hero. It's all on Pakaz. He's got a DD. He's got a Reaver. Going for a Satanic. He wants to be able to stand his ground, which he has to. That is his team. The three cores of OG, very even gold split, are all sitting behind. Like, I mean, Pakaz is 5k gold ahead, but apart from that, it's even the supports of OG have more gold than the supports of Thunder Feather. Here comes Matthew. Oh, the Astral save. BKB popped. It is a DD on Pakaz. I think they saw that, pinged it out, and want to disengage. No need to fight when the opposition is at their strongest. I guess I could quote, you know, Art of War at some point there, but I'll leave that to your own imagination. So the Astral Imprisonment, usually seen as a bit of a setup, but as the late game continues, it is a save. Yuragi's in onto Matthew. Did get a miss. Stunned not enough. Dark Mago. The stun from Amar! Off to the side, Dark Mago. You cannot come in. BKB pop from Yuragi just to chase him down. And they've caught more Sacreds here as well. Jumping across. Sacred will be chaining away with the BKB expended. That is the 9-second BKB. And OG, they're actually starting to see that gold lead grow a little bit more now. Dark Mago is just constantly getting caught by whether it's Yuragi or... That was a beautiful arena spear then from Amar. Not only to save his core Yuragi, but also to turn it around on a Dark Mago. If there's a bit of follow-up from that, Yuragi could just die off the bat in the start of that fight, and then that fight looks completely different. ThunderAwaken might commit. OG doesn't have the guns to fight back, and it's all over. But beautiful arena spear, catching right on the edge to bring down the Tony. Blink Dagger on Hoodwink. So her mobility is quite high and positioning to get the Bushwhack off. Bushwhack maxed out now. The 2.4 second stun, 300 damage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Combination with the Sharpshooter and an Acorn Shot, you can do a lot of damage. Panda Moo on this Ogre has gone for the Veil of Discord. If we look at his team, yeah, he's magic damage. Tiny at the moment is primarily magic damage, but he probably wants to build into right click, yeah. Timber is, I guess, pure damage. Yeah, pure damage. Does that increase damage from spells? Yes, it will increase pure damage. And Hoodwink, I guess, is mainly magical, but there is
Well,
the Aegon shot is a physical.
yes.
I mean, I've seen better Veil games. Certainly not a
Radiant
bad
structures
Veil
are
game, but
fortified.
there's better Veil games. It's a good item. It does give a bit of mana regen to everyone as well, that Basilius aura. So there are other elements to it. +4 all stats for the Ogre.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The value could probably be a lot better in other drafts. Amar has his Aghanim Scepter with the Dagger of Ristal on it as well, so he's looking very, very strong. That new neutral item, consume 100 health to temporarily gain 40 damage, lasts 8 seconds.
Dire's bottom
Very,
tower
very
is under
powerful. And of course, it
attack.
just has 10 attack speed constantly as a passive. BZM, 30 seconds left on the Aegis. Oh, they think he's going to run straight in. They want him to go on him. In comes Yuragi on the backline with the arena. The hammer comes out and immediately blows up 2 buybacks from the Ogre and the Hoodwink. BKBs have been popped. Aegis was used, but that's exactly what OG wanted. BZM was about to die. Dark Mago's in onto the Mars. He did get off the Aghanim Bulwark, but it's not enough. Yuragi is going to try and take down Dark Mago. He will. Sacred is committed a little too far. BZM's on top of him, and that's going to be a dead Timber as well. What a huge fight for OG. So double buyback and 2 cores going down. So it's actually a 4 for 1, really, because the OG had that Aegis. 4 stars coming out, BKB being popped. OD can stand his ground. BZM is going to work on Pandamu. Picard does get the BKB out of the Astral. Can they stand his ground against him? I think they're trying to. Tiger will glimmer. Yuragi wants to keep going. Where are you, Pekkas? The sort of secondary fight there that occurred. Another loss for the side of ThunderAwaken. Oh, the Sprouts on Sprouts. Chew. He's got his own Sprout. Tiger, do they feel strong enough? No. Without their spells and without the OD, they decide that this one man of Pekars, one-man army, Nature's Prophet, just a little too large to take on right now.
Scanning.
And they will back away. Tiger levels, very important on the support Viper. He's got the maxed out Nanotoxin, maxed out Corrosive Skin with the Glimmer and the 4-staff. His one job this game is to stay alive. Stay alive, get down Nanotoxin. Stay alive, cast a Viper Strike. Stay alive, slow someone with Poison Attack. He's not going to be dealing the damage. He's just going to be staying alive. And if he can do that, then OG are going to win the fights. Amar looking quite large, although he's only 3rd, 4th highest net worth. If you look at his items, Blink, Solar Ring, BKB, Ags, Phase Boots. He's very big. Ogre Seal Totem actually increasing that power spike. Another 12 strength plus the flop. The Ogre flop. Floppity flop flop. Yuragi with the Specialist Array. That's a new neutral item as well. +8 attributes, +10 damage. So it's a +18 damage. I mean, the Crack Shot is for ranged, so you don't get the value out of that, but I mean, it's a good neutral item. Even without, this shows how good Yuragi is valuing the Specialist Array. Without the passive, without getting any benefit from the passive ability, +8 attributes, +10 damage. It's a lot. A lot of health, mana, attack, armor, mana regen, health regen. Those attributes are decent. I mean, when you think about an ultimate orb is plus 10 all stats. That Specialist Array is +8 all stats. Plus another 10 damage on top. Wowzers. That is actually such a good new neutral item. It's only tier 2, isn't it? Yeah, it's tier 2. This is tier 2. That's remarkable. Hunting. Stun will be used. It's on cooldown for 12 seconds. Both teams just posturing mid. One team clears with the Boundless Strike, the other clears with the Avalanche. They'll both go their separate ways. Pandamu has picked up the gem. So map control, very important for ThunderAwaken right now. Doesn't want to lose it. Sounds likely. But maybe that gem will be enough just to control the map for long enough to give them some sort of advantage back. Is there a gem over on OG? Don't think there is right now. No gem.
Radiant
DD in the river though, Yuragi. This Monkey King deals a lot of damage. 167 plus 240, that's a lot of damage. Smoke coming out from ThunderAwaken. Matthew leading the charge. Does have the boomerang, but the 3-man boundless strike followed up with the arena on top and the Sanity's Eclipse. Oh my goodness, ThunderAwaken get dismantled. Walking up the high ground. There is no Roche available right now. He will be up in 29 seconds. And OG must be feeling very strong. Picard's actually getting caught as well. Is there any bash? Head bash? No bash. But the damage from Amar gets him with the God's Rebuke. It's a full 5-man wipe across the map. And OG now has an 11k net worth lead. And this tier 2 is now not long for this world. What a sequence of events. ThunderAwaken just starting to feel a little more confident with their movements, looking for a smoke play. And then a Ravage comes out from Yuragi.
that should help.
And Roche, he's got the shard. Who are we looking at this time? Shard for Tiger. Can attack buildings. We got the Spear of Mars upgrade is actually very good. Boundless Strike on the Monkey King is just a nice utility. It's a bit luxury. It's not essential. Who actually did end up taking it? Easier? I think so. No one else has got shard. Yeah, so the OD shard grants additional mana capacity, steal, astral imprisonment. Also allows allies to move at 60% movement speed during astral imprisonment. They are visible but untargetable and can't perform any other actions. Yes, it's a bit of a save plus extra mana capacity steal. Nice utility. And against cores that are strength heroes, such as our Tiny and Timbersaw, that extra shard mana steal is going to make a big difference when it comes to the astral, the Sanity's Eclipse destroying their minds. Tetra etc. Welcome to the stream. Yuragi now took the Aegis this time, opposed to BZM, who took it at the last Aegis, deciding that this time. This is why I love OD, yeah. So this time Yuragi needs to be the one to be up the front, hitting the buildings. Much more agree by that. OD's not really a building hitter. Silver Edge. Moving through. No sentries on the deck, but there is a stolen gem. Where did that get to? Yeah, Mars. Mars carrying the stolen gem, so they need to be aware of that. They're hunting them out. They sense them around. Dark Mago. Get caught with the hurricane. We'll blink away before the first hit lands. Oh, meanwhile, down south, Tiger went in a little deep. I guess he was trying to get some vision down. Cars is just going to BKB TP away. Even with one man down on the side of OG, ThunderAwaken, they get the pick off and they decide that that's not where they want to be. They immediately get out with the cause of OG coming over. That's going to be very, very scary indeed. So the Halberd, very good against Yuragi if they can get it off on him, slow that damage coming out. But I mean, it's great against the OD as well, and OD now has a Hex. So someone might just die without BKB getting off here. Timber can die inside the duration of a Hex. So can the Tiny. I think even Picars can go down. If any of these heroes on the side of ThunderAwaken get caught with a Hex, with I think 2 heroes of OG around, it's gonna be too much for them to withstand through. They are just moving their way on the bottom map. They're being trailed by OG. I think as long as they all have TPs, they're gonna be TPing soon. Yeah. Pandamoo, 1 second on TP. Dark Mago. This is them just moving across the map. They knew they were being trailed. OG knew where they were as well. Oh, Pandamoo. They're pinging it out exactly. They know. Oh. Oh. How did they know? Is there a wood somewhere? Freakwave see it? Yeah, there's a wood here. There's a wood. There's a wood right on the lane. Saw that movement. And Yuragi doesn't want to stop. Kaz is in. With the BKB back up and available. Stun comes out. Wukon's command. Spear through onto the trees, and it's going to be too much damage. There's no way he's living here, even with the BKB and Satanic. It's too much damage and too much damage negation from the Bulwark. And that is all of the net worth of ThunderAwaken dead off the map right now. For 76 seconds, no buyback. 25,000 net worth is gone. Next highest on their team, 15k from the Timbersaw. And these two heroes are very susceptible to the Sanity's Eclipse. Up they come up the high ground. I don't think there's anything to stop them now. It's an arena. They put the Hex catch on the Tiny, and he will go down as well. Sanity's finds one as well. Sacred with the BKB, but he's just running away. It's a BKB to run. BKBs never feel good when you're running away from it. Stun, toss, combo, four-staffed away. BZM will actually get caught. Tiger keep laying down the Viper Strike. Look at the size of Dark Mago with the BKB. He's huge. Draghi, he just turns around. I can get BKB as well. I can hit as well. From the north side, Amar is dancing with Sacred. Dark Mago's back in. Lift coming out from Chew. Under the Nether Toxin. Break and he'll go down as well. Amar's just walking forward with the shield. Shield, I'm just walking forward. I am the god of war, Amar says. Come and fight me. And there's nothing they can do. Doofy Games, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for the resub for 9 months. How are you today? Buyback from Ogre. Just trying to hold this Rax, but will be enough. With the cars spawning on the Nature's Prophet and OD down, OG make the decision to back away. Or do they? They're still hanging around. They have a ward down on the lane. Dragi's looking for a pick. Maybe a Stray. Stray support. Moving through to ward. He will move. He will show himself. Clear that wave and jump immediately away. Aghanim Scepter up for the Monkey King now as well with the Eye of Skadi. So he can man fight against their pretty much entire team. Amar has gone into Satanic. I think there's... Let's just have a look at the win probability right now. Yeah, 97% to OG. We see the graph has become a slippery slope down the side. And it's just an illusion. Are you mad? Yeah, there's no more runs coming out from Sacred. Unless he's talking to himself. That's how this game has progressed. Other items coming out from BZM. He did get the Hex recently. And it's going to be the Refresher Orb. Ooh, Refresher on the Sanities. I think Tiny could almost be full health and he'd go down to that. Tiger has a completed Wraith Pact, so that obviously Vladimir's Aura offering and the Wraith Pact doing the damage negation. It's just, I don't think there's enough damage on the side of ThunderAwaken to get through it. They're blinking up. Amar's looking for the catch. Manmoot is seen, as well as the Timbersaw. They're caught with the Hex inside the arena. The one Sandys goes down. And the Fade Bolt coming through. BZM picks up a double. And they're still leading the charge. There's no Refresher on Amar, so no second arena, but the Wukons are still available, and we do have an instant lift available now. X is up as well. Mar,
I almost feel bad.
double taking down Rax, and they're just going straight for the throne. No mucking around here. We don't need to take Rax. You want to give us Rax? We want to take your life. We're not coming here to steal your lollies. We're coming here to slit your throat, OG is saying. That's one tier 4 down. Yuragi, pump faking it, but the instant Hex coming out onto the Tiny, and he goes down. Wukong's on top, and that's going to be a dead Nature's Prophet. He does have buyback. We'll pop it immediately for Cars. Coming back in, trying to do the hits, but they're just gatekeeping the throne. Amar's standing there with the shields. You can't get through. The Dangerous is Ancient's dying on the back lines. Amar just zoning the whole team of ThunderAwaken in game 1 in this best of 3 lower bracket. elimination goes to OG.